All right, let me adjust this so I can get in the angle. We have a full day of eating. I know I look tired, and it's because I am knee deep in a dig right now. So you will start to notice a, like, I guess you can say, increased frequency with these full day of eatings. It's because the diet does not really happen in a linear fashion. It's very undulating. So there's days where it's high, it's low, which you'll see when I do my refeed next Saturday. So right now I'm in a dig. That's basically where the calories are pulled down pretty low. And honestly, it's what's necessary to be stage lean. If you want to look good for the beach, you can follow a diet that's a little less aggressive and just follow it for a longer duration. I have 6 weeks. I'm in a good position right now, but I definitely am holding on to probably more body fat than I need to for the stage. And ideally, I want to get as close to possible within an earshot of where I need to be. So right now, my weight was around 206, 207 today, and we're gonna push it to try to get to 195, you know, in about 6 weeks. So, you know, that's what I'm doing. Training is around 5 days a week, and then cardio is about 4 days a week. So step count is anywhere between, on average, it's about 15,000 steps a day. So things are going pretty well. So here's what we got for breakfast. Let me just go ahead and adjust this so it's easy. All right. We have 80 grams of oatmeal, 80 grams of protein powder with 2 packets of low sugar oatmeal and 3 ounces of baby carrots. You will actually start to notice a lot more vegetables appearing in my diet because as you start to bring the calories down, obviously it's a battle against your appetite and you want to eat foods that are very high volume but low in calories. So anyways, that's meal number 1. Stay tuned for snack or meal number 2. What is up, beautiful people? I have a lot more energy than when you saw me because 1, I had my oatmeal and my baby carrots, had a little bit of decaf coffee. I really try to limit the amount of caffeine that I have during prep. On Tuesdays and Thursdays where I do cardio, on the days that I like also do intense weight training, it gets as high as a little over 500. My first year of prep though, it got much, much higher. It got close to a gram. I didn't know what I was doing. I was very, I guess you could say, careless with a lot of my approaches and everything. And as every year progresses, I get a little bit stronger. I get a little bit more detailed with my diet and how I do things. So, luckily I was able to keep the caffeine relatively low. So on days that, I'm not doing those things, it's just a little over 400. Sometimes it's under 400, which is for me really, really good. But anyways, I drink decaf coffee because it has this compound called cholinergic acid, which helps with suppression of appetite. It's very transient. You would literally have to be drinking it all day in order to reap these benefits to its fullest potential. But at least in the morning when I'm just ravenously hungry, especially after I do cardio, it helps stave off. So I am filming my next snack, which is a Quest bar, cookies and cream. Is it gonna zoom in? Nope. Macros on this, so this is 200 calories, 8 grams of fat, 21 grams of carbs, 21 grams of protein. So it's pretty balanced. I'm gonna eat this, then I'm gonna take a quick 20-25 minute power nap, and then I am going to jump on my laptop and do some schoolwork. Fridays, I don't have any lectures. So this is usually the day either I try to catch up or get ahead. Luckily this whole semester, I didn't really have to do a lot of catching up. I basically just stayed ahead. And that's because I came from a quarter system where you have such a short window of time to get things done. So I just applied those habits and here I am. Anyways, stay tuned for meal number 2. So not a meal, let me adjust this. That's actually my treatment table right there. I have 2. So I'm a sports therapist and right now I'm a grad student working towards my master's in athletic training. So it's more of a sports medicine emphasis. But anyways, enough about school. Let's talk about what this channel is really about, which is prep. So this is not gonna be a video or this little clip right here won't be about a meal. It's going to be more about like what my goals are and everything else. So First and foremost, I think it's extremely important that no matter what you do, you have an end result in mind. What is it that you want to do? I want to compete as a pro at the Olympia and at the Arnold Classic. Obviously, I am far from that right now. I know anybody looking at my physique can obviously pick that out pretty quickly, but I'm all about growth as well. When I competed as a natural for about 4 to 5 years, every year I got better. I put on more size naturally, relatively speaking, and I just felt like I was able to improve. Now I apply that same mindset towards my training now that I'm enhanced. Oh, excuse me. All right, so we're not going to talk about food right now. We're going to talk about goals. So a lot of people following this, obviously I'm getting ready for my show that I have paid and registered for June 12th, which will take place in Sacramento, which will be my NPC debut. But the main goal is an IFBB pro card. I want to compete at the Arnold. I want to compete at the Olympia. I know it's going to be about 3 or 4 years down the road. So the most important thing right now is staying healthy, managing my, health markers and everything the best I can while on gear and stuff like that. So for the most part, just doing what I can to stay on top of that. And you have to have a very workable approach in order to do that. You can't just hope it happens, go to the gym and do all the things that you were doing. It takes a lot of skill and science, and you have to know how to apply the different variables during the different times. Like obviously blasting and cruising is a part of it because you have to put on muscle, you have to have food, you have to have the stimulus and forms of training and everything else, and you have to be able to have data to track, like your weight, your strength numbers, and all these other things as well. But mainly the goal is to become an IFBB pro in men's physique. I was a pro as a natural. I competed at Worlds as a pro. Didn't place well, and that was more my fault due to a haphazard prep. But every year I get better. My ability to diet and stick to a diet gets a lot easier. And I'm just motivated, being in grad school and everything else, it really taught me that, you to stretch yourself and to also push yourself as much as you can in these situations, because honestly, I just have 6 more weeks. It's brutal. When you're far out, you take it week by week. And then the closer you get to a competition, you take it day by day, step by step, meal by meal. And because as your body fat starts to come down, your hunger is undoubtedly going to go up because you're producing less leptin, which obviously is going to signal the fact that you're full. But if you're training the right way, if you're sleeping, if you're recovering, if you're doing all the things that you need to be doing, it'll be difficult, but it won't be too difficult. As you'll see with today's full day of eating, a ton of vegetables. Vegetables have very low calories and a lot of volume. So if you're trying to stay full, yeah, it'll help. Your energy levels will still suck, and that's why I'm drinking caffeine, just to kind of keep me awake. But I'm doing it in and around my workout. I make sure that I limit my caffeine around the times where, okay, this may potentially negatively affect my sleep, because sleep needs to be on point as well. But for the most part, that's the goal, to become an IFBB pro, to step on stage. So hopefully people can look back on this in 3 years from now when I am an IFBB pro and I'm competing at the high level, and people are like, oh, I remember when he said that was his fucking goal. I thought he was a liar, but I guess he made it happen. But anyways, go Vandals, and I'll see you guys for meat meal number 2. All right, it is now, what time is it? 1:51. So last meal was basically, or snack, was that Quest bar. I had to run to Redwood City to pick up a few things, and then I actually had to drive from Redwood City all the way down to San Leandro to grab some things, and then all the way back to Milpitas. So anyways, due to traffic, it's just a long time. So advantages to disadvantages. Disadvantages, I'm fucking starving. And the advantage is, hey, it's 2 o'clock in the afternoon. I have a snack at 3:30, so after I eat this, I have a snack to look forward to, and then basically dinner later on. So it's always nice when the meals kind of run into each other, which rarely happens because you're just literally waiting for your next meal. But this is what I got. This is about 200 grams of butternut squash spaghetti, 6 ounces of ground turkey, which is 99.1, so 99% lean, 1% fat, and about 80 grams of mushrooms. I'm gonna take this down because I'm starving, so I'll see you guys for, or I'll see everybody for my next snack. All right, it is 2:45. Almost made it to 3:30. I'm tired and I'm hungry, so I need calories. Full day of eating. I know it's uneventful because I'm basically just sitting in the same spot the entire day, but I have about 3 ounces of baby carrots and 8 ounces of smoked salmon, and that's going to be it until dinner later, so stay tuned for that. We have reached the final part of the day, so this is going to be meal number 5. It's around 5:30 right now, so the reason why I'm having dinner so early is because, man, my face looks so old when I'm dieting. So it's my dog going crazy in the background. So I go to bed pretty early on Fridays and Saturdays because I get up at 4 in the morning to get to the gym at 5. So I make sure that I basically just get up early. So I go to bed early to make sure I get at least 7 hours of sleep. So final meal, we have 6 ounces of lean turkey, and underneath that we have about 2.5 cups of roasted Brussels sprouts. So that is it. That is a full day of eating. That is what an eat on a dig day looks like. If I was weight training, I'd eat a lot more, maybe like 2,100 calories, but on days that I'm not training, it's around 1,900, so it gets pretty low, especially for somebody who's over 200 pounds. But anyways, hope you guys enjoyed the video. Like, subscribe, leave a comment. It always helps the algorithm, helps people see me, and gains traction to my channel. So take care.